My name is Leah and I'm from hercampus.com at UC Riverside. I'm here with G-Eazy today. How are you?
What up? I'm good.
Alright, it's good to hear. We're at the SD stop of the Must Be Nice tour, which has been going so amazingly well for you, by the way. What was it, like a streak of 9 sold out shows in a row?
That was the biggest winning streak of the tour.
Were you expecting that? I mean, you did the Plastic Dreams tour and then your own headlining tour of Must Be Nice. Were you expecting that kind of response?
Well, I mean, you always kind of expect it in a way that like this is what you dream about and that's where we set the bar.
Right.
You know, that's how seriously I take this stuff. But at the same time, you don't actually expect it to happen so soon. So it was a pleasant surprise to see the tour do so well. You know, we were all kind of like nervous being our first headlining tour, but it's been really good. Yeah.
So you're originally from the Bay, you're from Oakland, but you went to school down in Loyola. You studied music industry studies. And what was that change for you, like making such a big jump from the Bay down to the museum? How did you find such a privilege?
It was an eye-opening experience for sure. I mean, the Bay is like a bubble, you know, and growing up in that bubble, that shaped my worldview. You know, hyphy was everything, Mac Dre was everything. And that just, you know, that's who I was. And then you go out to New Orleans and it's like a completely different world out there. So the culture was different, the music, you know, the club scene and the bars and all that. But more than anything, it was like what I was studying down there. And, you know, what I was learning. I went to school for music business, so it was getting that marketing background and all that really helped.
Nice. So speaking of how the Bay shaped your sound and everything, you have evolved so much with your music from your first project now to Must Be Nice. But not only has your sound changed, so has your style. Mm-hmm. So what made you rebrand yourself completely in terms of your look?
Well, one thing I've tried to avoid my whole career is getting into a safe routine of doing the same thing over and over again. I've just always felt that it's good to push yourself to try new things and take risks, and don't be afraid to push your art farther or develop your style, you know. And especially, you know, if you don't like where you're at and something's not working, especially be afraid to, you know, try new things and take risks. So it was, you know, it's just one of those things.
Yeah. So speaking of your sound, you know, you have a very unconventional approach to your music. You sample 50s and 60s doo-wop songs and pop, and you mix it into rap. What else would you say sets you apart from other rappers besides that?
I mean, I think it's just my perspective and the way I see the world and the stories that I want to tell, you know? It's just a really, you know, it's an honest approach to everything. It's just a real, you know, taking just real human emotions and experiences and just putting them in the songs, just being honest with everything.
And a lot of your fans know that you're not just a rapper, but you're also a producer. You pretty much control all your own beats. You have the ultimate creative license when it comes to making your music. Can you kind of elaborate what type of freedom that allows you when you're making a new album?
It's the best. I mean, if I get an idea, just listening to music or just running around and something will come to me, it's like I get to go in the studio, which is in my house, and try something new. And if it sounds dope, cool. If it sounds whack, then I scrap it and I try something else, you know? So it's definitely dope for me to have that freedom to be able to work with.
So it's kind of safe to say that you're a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to your music?
Oh yeah.
You spent like 60 to 70 hours alone on there, right?
Yeah.
So what's the longest that you can go without making music or without working on something?
The longest I can ever go is when I'm on tour. It's like when I'm out on the road, I feel like, you know, you're so engaged in the routine that goes on tour that it's different. But if I'm home, man, I've got to be in the studio.
So I've been to a couple of your shows before, and I see how well you can, you know, control the crowd. You have girls just going crazy in the audience. You have bras raining down on you every night. How do you stay humble after something like that? Like, what keeps you grounded?
I mean, I think I had a couple opportunities really early in my career to open up for like really big artists. I did a leg opening up for Drake, you know, for Lil Wayne. And getting that experience showed me that like anything I'm doing right now means nothing, because like I could be stoked I'm playing in front of, you know, cool, we sold out 700 people, whatever. Yeah, but there's cats like Lil Wayne doing, you know, 15,000 in an arena. So you always kind of have to, you know, just keep that in mind and just know that anything you're doing now, it can always be bigger and you can always push it farther.
Nice. What's the craziest fan story you have?
There's many crazy stories I can tell, and it all depends on how safe the interview is and how much.
Actually, anything goes. My editor said it's all good. So.
Every night, man, every night there's another crazy story, the one that I can think of right now is when bras get thrown on stage, and sometimes there's a note on it.
Okay.
And there was this one time, there was this massive bra that got thrown on stage, and there was a note on it. It was like, it had a phone number on one side, and on the other titty it was like, call for the freshest pussy in Austin, Texas.
What do you do with the bras
Pretty wild,
after
yeah.
the show? I mean, you could just kind of get left there.
I don't know. I walk off stage and I just start to party. I don't know what happens. You look on stage.
All right, so you have some pretty.
Unless somebody is just following the tour and collecting all the bras.
Party favors at every city,
yeah.
you know, just kind of passing them out. Would you say that there's like a difference between like G-Eazy and like Gerald? Like, do you make that
Yeah,
distinction?
nah, there's definitely a difference between G-Eazy and Gerald.
Yeah.
But I'm a Gemini. There's two parts of me, you know.
Salma wants to know that if you weren't a rapper, what would you want to do?
The easy way to answer that is just be a producer. To get a little more creative, man, I would not want to know what I would be doing if I wasn't a rapper. Fuck, I'd be working at an Apple store or some shit. Something boring stuff.
Alright, so Bianca Mendoza from Twitter wants to know what's the coolest thing that you've been given while out on tour?
All I can think of is tonight. Tonight felt actually like Christmas at the meet and greet. I came up on 3 bottles of Jack Daniels. I came up on a brand new Nixon watch. I came up on some tree, and I came up on a chain. Today was dope.
Nice, okay, so another question that I have is that before you graduated from school, it seemed that a lot of your inspiration and motivation came from working towards getting a degree and getting out of school, but now that you're out, where's your inspiration coming from? Simple answer. All right.
Nothing more important than money. You gotta pay rent, man.
Alright, so let's see. Dylan wants to know what made you decide that you wanted to produce your own music?
I don't know. That was just early on. I just wanted to do it all. You know, I just wanted to be responsible for the whole song, start to finish. Like recording it, mixing it, producing it, writing it.
Alright, question from Tumblr was, what goes through your mind when you're on stage?
Just slay. Just kill it. And just give off a show that, you know, that people remember. They walk away from being like, yo, that show was incredible. That was an experience, you know? I want my show to be something next level.
Okay, so then another person wants to know, how would you explain your life right now? A couple of words to explain.
It's crazy. And really fast. Really fast. But I'm young, so it's like, you gotta work hard and you gotta run fast.
Okay, so for people that have never heard of you before and are just starting to get into your music, what song would you like them to start off with?
It's a tough call. I think you need at least 5 songs because there's, you know, there's multiple sides of it. You know what I mean? You need the Lady Killers and the Loaded to be like, okay, we get it popping and turn up. But then you need the Marilyn and the Plastic Dreams for the introspective side. And then I'd say, probably to go back, I mean, Run Around Sue is probably an essential.
Okay. What song holds the most meaning for you?
Probably Must Be Nice, the title track off my album.
Nice. Well, thank you for answering some questions
No,
for campus.com.
thanks for coming through.
Is there anything that you want to say to the students of USAC?
No, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Much love.
Alright, and if you guys want to check out G-Eazy's music, I'm going to put all of the links that he has below in the description, so check him out.
I'm a very bad man. I'm Captain Hook. Got that dapper look. I'm banging Bridget.